Guys, how you doing? In the previous video, we went through and made a bit of a plan for the basis of our idea, and we have this rough idea, and it's essentially a new business idea, and it started off being a podcast called The New North. I just realized that if I abbreviate A New North, it makes the word Anne, and my mother's name was Anne. She passed away from breast cancer about 6 or 7 years ago now. I just thought that was a nice little uh, uh, interesting point there. So let's just chuck that in brackets. So what I want to do with this video is I want to try and set some ground rules, and I want to try and make sure that we're not spending any money, right? Because if you want to test some of these ideas and figure out whether there's going to be some viability to the project that you're trying to work through or the new business that you're trying to start, we don't want to be going and throwing heaps of cash at something straight away just to see if it works, right? So, while I have a camera set up and a computer, I'm gonna try not to spend any money, right? So we're using Workflow, which is this really cool app here that lets us sort of jot down our points related to all of our ideas, and then within that, we want to build it out a little bit more, right? So if we're going to do articles, what are we going to do articles about? And how are those articles going to help us? If we're going to do guides, what are the guides going to be about? If we're going to do courses, what's the course going to be about? So really having a bit of a rough idea of the types of things that we're going to produce or create so that we know whether there's going to be some interest or some traction. I guess by the very nature of it being sort of pretty broad, there's probably a lot that we can add in and build out here. So let's just spend some time doing that. So let's have an ideas section. And then in that ideas section, we're going to think about the types of ideas. So not the technology, because I guess it's pretty easy to write about the technology. Use Facebook ads, use Instagram, use YouTube, use blah, 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 whatever it is. All of that is just a medium for exchange of ideas, right? And the better the idea, the more impact hopefully it'll have. So this is the hard part, and this is the bit that we need to try and really nut out and figure out so that we can understand who our ideal customers are, who our potential audience might be, who the one raving fan out there is, who the 10 raving fans out there are, who the 100 raving fans out there are, who the 1,000 raving fans out there are. So that's our basic goal, right? We want to get one raving fan, and we want 10 fans. Then we want 100 fans, and then we want 1,000 fans. And we don't want anything from these people, right? Just to be super duper clear, we don't want anything from them anytime soon. You need to know that going in, because all we want to do, this isn't about instant cash and DMing a whole bunch of people on LinkedIn, or I don't know, picking up the phone and calling a whole bunch of people and being like, hey, do you want to buy my thing? But I don't really know what the thing is, but it'll be great. Just tell me what your problems are and I'll make something to fix that. We might still do that, but right now we're just talking about building out an idea set and building out a framework of things that we think might attract these types of people. Now, when we talk about these types of people, ideas, let's add to that, related to people. And they're not just any people, right? These people need to be who are the people that we want to spend time with? Who are our perfect audience? So there's no point doing any of this if you don't like the people that you're selling to, or if you don't like the people that you're trying to help. So one of the things I see entrepreneurs or businesses or gurus doing a lot is trying to ride these waves and trends, right? Like Amazon FBA course or Facebook ads book or AdWords consulting. All of that's fine, right? All of that's fine. That's cool. That's different business models and different subjects within which you can do business advice and consulting. That's not what we're doing, right? We want to start by building an audience. And the reason we want to start by building an audience is because we're going to let the audience guide us in what we do. So we're going to go in with a bit of a rough idea of what we want to do, right? At a very top level, we want to help people. What do we want to help them with, Lewis? We want to lead better lives by having more money, less stress, better relationships, more self-worth. More hope, right? We want the people that come to us through the content and production we put out into the marketplace. We want those people to come with a sense of inspiration, a sense of hope, a sense of excitement. It should be exciting. It should be fun. It should motivate you. It should be like drinking a coffee and be like, bam, yes, that was an awesome YouTube video. I want to watch more. Where are these videos going to take me? I don't know, but I'm excited. Like and subscribe. Yeah, and we're going to see what that takes us, right? So more hope for a better life, right? These are really broad terms and ideas. Like, we don't know if we can achieve any of this. This is just stuff we're setting out to do, right? Cool. So how could that look? How could that look? I think community is really nice, right? We're all so spread out at the moment, you know, like I'm lucky. I'm in a house that it has just been sold. It's not mine. Don't get that idea. And I can freeload here for 4 more weeks, after which I'll be in a caravan or looking for a rental somewhere. But everyone else is in like some form of lockdown, right? And if you go out onto the street, everyone's walking around with masks on. It's pretty bleak out there. Like, it's pretty doom and gloom. So what can we do to help those people? What do we do? How are we going to help people in this new norm, in this new way of living when we're all like stuck in front of the computer? You know, there's all these gaming communities on things like Twitch and whatnot. And it's really cool. Like, if you go on it, there's like whole groups and communities of people that like just hang out and play video games and that sort of thing. I used to play heaps of video games. I don't play so many video games anymore. What's everyone else doing, right? Like sitting around on Netflix. I personally find it like a little bit of a waste of time. Like every now and then, like I feel like watching something, but you can't watch Netflix your whole life. Like, you got to get out there and do stuff, or get in and do stuff. I don't know now that everything's locked down. That doesn't matter, right? So these are just ways of trying to figure out whether our ideas have got value, whether we can see them becoming, you know, more of a thing. Here, wait one sec. This is me literally just scrolling down ideas. Look, that's where it all started. Yeah, so it's like, should I write about tools that people want to use? What sort of camera should they use? Should they advertise with LinkedIn ads? Should they do pre-roll bump ads, 15, 6, 15, 30 seconds a pop? YouTube ads, Facebook ads. Should they apply LUTs to their videos? I don't know. All sorts of stuff, right? So I think it's important to get your ideas down, but we're trying to get it down in workflowy so that we can share it and use it for ourselves to try and build something cool, and to figure out whether the thing that we has value. So, will building one video get us one raving fan? Probably not. What do we think is going to be the bare minimum that we can do to get one raving fan? Or to get one raving fan, all we have to do is make a really deep connection with that person, help them with challenges or problems that they might have. Maybe they don't have a job, right? If I didn't have a job right now, so say I got fired, say I didn't make any money, right? What I would do to make money right now is pick up the phone and start calling people. I wouldn't email anyone. I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't even call people. I'd probably just like walk up to businesses and I'd go and knock on the door and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Do you need anyone to do anything right now? Because I'm here and I can help. And the reason I do that is because it has more impact, right? Like when you're standing in front of someone and you're gesticulating and trying to get your point across, and you're using emotions and your vocabulary, and you're talking to them and you're being excited about life, and you're saying, this is the best coffee I've ever tasted, but it could be better. Imagine if you did this. Then they're going to buy into that, right? Like, and they're going to see your enthusiasm. And the thing that people cannot manufacture, the thing that you cannot like force people to have on a daily basis is motivation, right? Or enthusiasm. So if you can bring that to the table, super, super, super powerful little technique. So how do we get one raving fan? Well, for me, right, I'm going to make videos as we go, but I think what I will do is I will call 10 people and I'm going to let them know about this new thing that I'm doing. Right? And I am also, what's some stuff that doesn't scale, right? I'm going to print some business cards or flyers, maybe, I don't know. Can't spend any money though, so maybe that can come later. Call 10 people. I'm gonna walk up to 10 people and tell them, uh, 100, going to say 35 videos on YouTube. Um, 35 videos on YouTube. Why doesn't that stay there? It's annoying. Whatever. 1,000 fans, right? That would be more of the same. I would guess more videos, but say like 100 videos. So we're going to call 10 people, and then we're going to walk up to 10 people, and then we're going to make 35 videos, and then we're going to make 100 videos, right? The other thing that we are going to do is I will also send a follow-up and I'll do that with Gmail. So it's free. And I will send them my SendFox, also free, link, right? And what SendFox is it's literally, it's this, right? So you've got, what am I doing? Adding it to a bookmark so you can see it in the future. This can go away, this can go away. Okay, so this is SendFox. Noah Kogan put me onto it. How you doing, big dog? These videos are a direct result of your videos, so awesome. I'm going to come into SendFox. I'm going to click on Smart Pages. I'm going to click on Promote. I'm going to jump over to this link and click here. I'll give you a look at that page. Command-Shift-N for an incognito new tab. Copy, paste, enter. Ta-da! This isn't branded New North yet. It's just a vanilla one with a picture of my stupid face on it. But what we will do is just sign up. So what I'm going to do rather is I'm going to send Gmails out, and I'm going to link to this. So it's already my footer of my email, but I'm going to sort of explicitly call it out a little bit more. It'll take into this page, and this page has like an aggregate of all the content. All right. So once they've signed up to this aggregate page, it has everything in it, right? So it's got all the videos, it's got all the articles, it's got all the podcasts, all in one spot. Some socials. All right. Takes a while to load, but I assure you it's there. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Marvelous. It's free, it's cheap, it's easy. People can click and look at stuff. Hence this video, which is the last video in the series. Super duper easy, right? And the reason we're doing that is because we want this list to grow. We want to get contacts. The reason we want contacts is we want to be able to send them emails. And the reason we want to send them emails is because if we produce another video, right, we want them to come back and view the next video. And to do that, they can either like or subscribe this video, or if they're not on YouTube, randomly stumbling around looking for self-help stuff, we've called 10 people and then we've followed up with an email and we've said, hey, I'm working on this new thing. I'd love you to have a look. If you can subscribe, that'd be great. And then, so now every other video that comes out, they'll get, right? And it's got an automation on it. And the automation basically consists of any new video that comes out, ta-da, it gets added to this list, and then you just click a button and it sends it out. So how cool is that? That's amazing. So let's get back on track here because I'm starting to lose the train of thought. So the plan is we want one raving fan, and we're going to do that by calling them, then following up with an email and sending them the SendFox link that they hopefully subscribe to. Number 2 is talking to 10 people in and on the street if you're not in complete lockdown, or if you can go to the coffee shop, and you're going to say, hey, you don't have to do this, by the way. You can just follow along and see what I'm doing. But if you did want to do something similar, you go, hey, I'm going to go and talk to 10 people. I'm going to tell them what I'm doing. And then maybe before you jump into telling them about your thing, this should be talk. We're going to start a conversation with 10 people. And we are going to ask about them. And the reason we're going to ask about them is because we care more about them than we care about us, right? So it's far less about our success That's the plan for this one, right? We don't care so much about our success, we care about the success of others. And to make sure we care about the success of others, we're going to talk to them about what they are doing and trying to figure out what are they confronting in their day-to-day life, and what are their struggles, and where do they need help, and what do they need help with, right? And as we do that, we're going to start to understand some content for these future videos. That's all I've got for you right now. I'll be back with another one later today. Bye.